Hello, and thank you for joining us on today's webinar, Enterprise Automation with the SAP Cloud Platform from Emergn. My name is Cynthia Hart, and I will be your moderator today. Welcome. We will be taking questions in the Q&A box, so please feel free to ask, and we'll be recording this webinar and making it available on demand afterwards. Today, I'd like to start with introducing our two main speakers, who will take you through the automation landscape as well as discuss Emergn's unique relationship with SAP. And finally, we'll show you an automation demo built on Fiori. Please meet Aldis Erglis. Aldis is our head of technology strategy here at Emergn. With over 20 years of experience building software-based solutions for business performance, Aldis is passionate about ML, AI, and is recognized as an AI influencer in Eastern Europe. For the past 6 consecutive years, he has been awarded the Microsoft Data Platform MVP Award, recognizing his technology expertise and outstanding contributions to communities. Next, we have Austris Vasilevskis, our SAP client partner at Emergn. Austris has 20 years of IT experience across Latvia, Europe, the US, and Australia, where he led and collaborated on projects including mobile world sensors, Internet of Things technology. He is currently leading the work at Emergn and SAP in the Baltics. Austris has a passion for technology and helping organizations build better products and improve the way they work. Now, before Aldis takes you through the automation landscape, I'd like to conduct a short poll, just so we can learn a bit about your automation plans. So you should see the poll on your screen now. Are you planning to implement an automation solution in the next 12 months? If everyone could just take a moment there to vote, that would be great. Okay, looks like results are coming in. Just one more minute here if you want to put your vote in. Okay, I'm going to end the poll now. So great, it looks like you guys are in the right place. A lot of you are planning to implement automation, and a lot of you are actually looking to learn more or might be exploring automation. So this is a great place to start. So what I'd like to do now is turn it over to Aldis, who will be sharing the automation landscape. So over to you, Aldis.
Thank you, Cynthia. And actually, the poll results are showing us a real situation in market when we are looking at automation that source of performance and productivity for our companies, but we are not sure how actually it could be implemented and how it could help us. And therefore, we want to start with automation landscape and showing you what is the area or business areas where the automation actually is giving us more performance and productivity. And if we look on the strategic level, that what enables our digital transformation, and we see that there are processes and people who actually in combination are doing our goals or are achieving our goals, and the technology is supporting it. And if we look at the technology level, then we see that the enterprise automation is a part of a technology that enables digital transformation and empowered by artificial intelligence and with APIs like more connectivity to all the systems. Enterprise automation provides us digital workplace and journey-based UX. What it means that we are not talking about automation as a replacement of people or processes. We are talking that automation is bringing us to digital workplace when we are collaborating more efficiently. That automation actually empowering people and our experts to do more, and that will be covered during the whole presentation. This idea of empowerment more than the replacement. And to understand it more and understand our position or our vision of the enterprise automation, if we look at the enterprise environment, we see, of course, ERP solutions, core systems, and different kind of products like SAP solutions. When we have the CRM, we have ERP system, and other products and platforms. So, and inside these products and platforms, SAP do tremendously good job in the automation field. You have the tools there, you have the pre-built and pre-designed processes that helps you to achieve your goals better. But there's still on the same environment we have non SAP systems like collaboration platforms like Office 365, where actually a lot of work is done. Imagine that we are receiving email, we are elaborating on it, we are working with other colleagues by sending information, receiving information, doing approvals, and so on. And that helps us to actually do the job. And we see the great opportunity or next wave of automation when these collaboration platforms are linked to SAP solutions through the automation. And as a central point of automation, we see the application and workflows. So we talk about it today. And by classifying or structuring all the automation landscape, we see that there's four significant parts of the automation landscape. The first is well-known task automation, and probably you know it best of all of these areas. So it's robotic process automation. When we take some repetitive task that repetitive tasks that done usually by human and a lot of humans. So where we are going to some resource, getting out information, copying it, and entering in another system. So all these operations could be automated and replaced by scripts or RPA robots. So that is what's usually done. And for the next way, we think that low-code interactive applications and workflows will play the significant role when we need to empower our employees with in the collaboration work. When there is incoming information, we are putting it in a case management system. We automatically receive approvals, and it's controlled by workflows and well-designed interactive applications. And worth to mention that to understand how the processes really work, we could use process mining, which become very, very popular technique. Probably it's the story for separate webinar, so we will not cover today, but this is a tool that could help us in real time see how the processes are doing and hunt them. And finally, we come to decision automation, when we could automate or to help knowledge workers to do more specific and more cognitive tasks like prioritization of work, analysis, document and text anonymization, entity extraction, where the cognitive skills are needed. We have pre-trained AI, machine learning, and probably the most important that for extracting knowledge, human knowledge, and put it in a structured way for later use for workflows and applications is rule engines that help us store knowledge, human knowledge, in a structured way and use it for business processes and be more productive. And all these techniques, or all these areas from this landscape actually are needed to provide the flexible solution for all time changing environment.
Thank you so much, Aldis. Next, we're going to hear from Austris, who will share a little bit more about who we are here at Emergn and discuss the longstanding relationship that we've shared with SAP.
Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. Let me take you through a little bit of what Emergn is and what we do. And at Emergn, our mission is to improve the way people and companies work forever. And forever is a very important word there, as we are not afraid to leave long-lasting and self-sufficient changes. And we are passionate about bringing your ideas to market in the most impactful way. And we help our clients place their customers at the heart of their business. Working with some of the world's most established successful brands, we know how to turn challenges into opportunities and real-world problems into smart products and solutions. And we are doing it in three flavors. As we call it, building better products to provide better experiences for customers of our clients. There we have offerings for product leadership and strategy, product design, and product delivery. Improving the way work works to improvise to improve organizational performance within our client. Here we are offering digital strategy, change, product and portfolio management, and agile enablement. And advancing business capabilities to advance people abilities and your employees' capabilities. We are offering learning pathways, scaled learning, and online courses through our very own Value Flow Quality online portal. And if looking at SAP relationship, proud to say that innovating together with SAP since 2006, being it enterprise research and development at early days, where we were helping SAP to put content from old blue UI windows to all kind of modern screens of new devices, then mobile application development, or recent years working together as a joint team with SAP Waldorf and Palo Alto colleagues on SAP Spin Personas and Fiori tools product development. And since last year, we are also a co-innovation partner on machine learning track. Have worked together and published a joint thought paper and doing further research in smart notification area. Stay tuned for more news to come here. And we are also a SAP Gold partner when it comes to sales in Baltics and helping clients here to achieve more with S4HANA and HANA Cloud. And apparently doing something good, as we also have got SAP's recognition with Partner of the Year award. And there is a saying in the software industry that business process management, or BPM, as a process transformation methodology or technology, is nothing new. It is very true. In fact, approaches to automate and optimize business processes and related tools are out there for quite a while. And as SAP is bringing its portfolio to the cloud, it has also enriched it with SAP Cloud Platform Workflow, business rules, process visibility, and other tools, and launched it in a coherent family of services, SAP Intelligent Business Process Management. We are helping our clients to use these services together to create process extensions on top of SAP and third-party applications and create live process-centric applications. With Intelligent BPM suite, SAP covers full scope of automation landscape as described by Aldis earlier.
So we see that SAP heavily investing in all the tools and all the techniques we need to provide this intelligent automation, not just automating routine operations, but really implementing this automation landscape for better collaboration. And let's go deeper in interactive applications. So we choose interactive applications as the one layer of automation landscape, just to show the power of applications. So we believe that in the nearest future, we will have in companies hundreds of specialized applications, which will be structured in the way that users could easily access them in the right moment of time when the activity is needed from them, and make them more productive. If we go deeper in the problem we described, so about this collaboration environment, then we have an illustration of this. The idea is that there are a lot of processes that are not standardized, or probably they are because of the change we are experiencing, that processes are changing, and there is a new process that should be working from tomorrow. Therefore, we are using the most flexible tool in our organization, and it's human. So it's easy for human to adapt to all changes, and it's faster than doing integration or anything else. Therefore, humans are used to run unstandardized processes. Like in this case, here's a new process for vendor application. Human receives email with attachments. He or she creates an Excel file where we're tracking these records or cases, then manually track approvals, manually send reminders, track information, spend time on this, and finally, when it's ready, inserted in SAP. So, and already we see that a lot of these small routine operations, like sending for approval in right time, so tracking the process, sending a reminder, so it could be automated, or extracting information from the email, it could be automated. We still need a human in the loop, so it means we need that human adds intelligence to the process, and that's the most value we expect from our employees, that they add intelligence to application, to the business and business processes. But these small things that could be automated could help them be more productive. And if we think how much actually use cases we have that when this email information comes into, so from our experience, we could say that 60% of all the use cases starts with an email. So in 60% of use cases, you will get an email as an input point that do a lot of operations, intelligent and less intelligent. And at the end, the destination is usually SAP system. It could be ERP or CRM. And that means that there's a large amount of things we could automate to help people become more productive, not replacing them, but become more productive. And that is a focus of Fiori applications here. If we look at the interactive application architecture, there is a solution architecture. In the centrum, we see that Fiori application, which is nicely done using standardized elements of interface, when we easily could create a very powerful application. We could use a rule-based engine behind that, or workflow that controls our business flow automatically. And then when email is coming here, the information in email, it automatically triggers creation of record here in this system. And then probably even some information could be added using RPA robot from the core system. And in the right time, the user will receive the notification with a link inside it. When they're clicking on the link, the user will be followed to the right screen, right place, right time to do her activity. So it could be integrated with different kind of external system using APIs or RPA functionality. There are system-to-system integration is not available. And at the end, when all this work is done, you could easily export this data and insert into SAP vendor register. So the idea behind the interactive application is that we could create some layer between the collaboration and transfer this collaboration to application layer, and still have very integrated environment, especially with the core systems like SAP ERP. And as you see here, that again, what I mentioned about change, that the environment is changing, business processes are changing, so you need to react to them very quickly, and probably you need to add a couple of additional fields or some condition to your business process. And it's hard to do it in a core systems, but in applications that are between collaboration and the core systems, you could easily add this and deploy and use it right away. So it empowers these changes and empowers the structured work. If we look at architecture provided by SAP, there the main idea behind this slide is that you have on-premise, probably you have on-premise as a ERP system, SAP, or you have some cloud applications. So you could easily extend your infrastructure and your business capabilities by using SAP Cloud Platform, where you have the applications, workflows, business rules, all these things I mentioned before. So there are all the elements of your business enablement for digital transformation and automation. So you don't need to think so much about your on-premise capabilities for that. So you could extend your business processes, your automation landscape. You could extend it to cloud platform, SAP Cloud Platform, with a unified authorization and authentication and role-based security, and getting all these functionality that I mentioned before. Looking particularly at the elements of cloud platform designed for automation, the core element behind the application is a workflow. We can see it in the centrum that could be powered by business rules. There's a very powerful business rules engine. There's SAP connectivity tools that allows us connect to SAP platform or third-party services. And it could be extended by different things like conversational AI for chatbots, that becoming the core element of the automation landscape, because the chatbots, especially in the latest months, we really do a lot of instant messaging. So we're using messengers for work, like Teams and Slack. So the chatbots that are built into the systems could help us to automate even conversation. We also could build external platforms or external portals by using SAP tools or bringing our own code. And finally, we have the machine learning capabilities by adding SAP Data Intelligence or probably other cloud AI and ML. So we could add to workflows and our application some cognitive functionalities that helps us to automate the cognitive tasks like translation, like predictions, and so on. So from this, we can see that SAP Cloud Platform provides all the needed tools and all the cloud-based capabilities for fast and secure deployment of our business processes to the cloud. And again, to emphasize the idea of moving from collaboration platform to application layer. So the most of the things in collaboration platform we are actually doing via email. And as we know, email is not structured system, so it needs additional effort to structure it, to keep records and so on, and extract information. And therefore, we use some additional tools like Excel or something like that. And we build even applications with lookups and VBA scripts and many more things to make Excel functionality more powerful. But there are still some things that are very hard to manage, like role-based security, like rule-based logic, or data consistency and integrity. So it's very hard to properly control it on the Excel. And that is way to transformation as we see it. We are moving to the interactive applications with SAP Cloud Platform, when we have the very, very nice interface, which is built from the pre-built elements of Fiori or Fiori elements. We could have behind that workflow and connectivity, and of course empower it with the business rules and some additional functionality for integration like RPA. So that allows us to integrate these processes with external sites and applications. So it gives us a lot of advantage. And of course, data integrity. So we have all the data counted and could come back later on it to inspect it if needed. And there is a lot of logic available behind the Fiori application. And to name most important, of course, business rules, which is quite sophisticated technology for a long time. And SAP built it on top of HANA database that helps us to build rules and collect human knowledge, extract it and put it in a structured way. We could build these workflows. We could add machine learning, pre-trained models, or our own custom models, RPA robots, SAP connectivity, and of course, all this screen logic that we could add when we are building UI for the applications, which is a very important point, because your user experience and customer experience will be the very important factor for that will influence productivity. And going close to the demo, so we prepared a short demo to show you capabilities or what actually can be done easily to automate some scenario. And here is the idea that we are like, there is a vendor process. We have, of course, vendor register in SAP. We could add here some functionality to some extent, but imagine that we are just implemented new functions for vendor process, when we need to validate VAT, when we need to add additional information, maybe we need to do some approval. So we don't have it currently in SAP. So we need to do it, cover it with a collaboration platform and humans. And instead of doing it in an unstructured way, we think that instead of that, we are building an application, interactive application, when we connect all these things together. And imagine there is incoming email from the vendor with application, with PDF attached, maybe electronically signed, maybe some text information inside this email, attachments, and so on. And we automatically extract this information using scripts and insert into application, which in our case is connected to HANA database. So we already store all the information in HANA database. On the next stage, on the second step, the user receives a notification and email with a link, clicking on which the user can open the screen on the right place for right case and start with activity required from this user. And in this case, we put VAT validation functionality. VAT function, we have external service for VAT validation, and we created the SOAP integration to this application, and the application actually calling automatically this VAT validation application and do the information interchange. So the human don't need to go to this application, find it, log in, and do verification, and then write these results. On the fourth step, we have approval. So again, that probably another user is getting email with notification with a ask for approval. He's coming into application, write case, not searching for case, just on the right screen, do all the stuff and approve it with the comments, closing comments. And when it's approved and the final report is generated, the information required for SAP is automatically entered into SAP, and the rest information that probably is not possible yet stored to SAP because of functionality not changed it yet remains here in this application and could be extracted and added later on. So we see that how this application can help to collaborate better. And now I will show you this short demo. So it's pre-recorded just to be smooth and be sure that everything is going well with the demo. So imagine we have a list of this is how the Fiori application look like. We have the records. We could modify the look of this list. We could add needed columns and right sequence. We could add additional functionality. In this case, we have a search. We have some functionality for view, look and feel. So we could add probably some statistics here. So it's easy to customize it and build according to your needs. And that is how the business users they are helping design this. And imagine that their incoming mail, it comes with these attachments and text. And actually we have this case number 5. So we are going with this. When we are entering the case itself, we see a couple of things here. First thing, that this screen could be designed as needed for the business process. In this case, we have on the top, you see that we have 3 steps. So there is a validation, there is a checking out related documents, and approval process. And we could have additional details and related information and some information for how long we have this case here. And the main functionalities here, when we have a form for the VAT validation, and we also added the additional information that could be worth capturing for this case validation. So if we need, we could add here additional fields and additional charts and different Fiori elements that helps us with this. So we enter the VAT code, or probably we could even extract it from the attached documents if it's needed. And by clicking validate, we send a SOAP request to VAT validation site and get the information, usually the wallet address, name, and VAT code. Then we add some additional information for this case, like phone number, website, and the probable budget for this vendor. So as I mentioned, we could add additional fields. Probably there could be a conditional logic. So it means if we add the USD as an exchange rate, as the currency, we could have additional fields. If the budget is less or above some number, we could have additional fields. But in this case, we are done with this step, and we are going to the next step, where we have the documents. And there are all the documents extracted from the incoming email. Yeah, and we could look at all these documents, check out that all the open documents, or even add new documents if we need. So that is a way how we do document management here. And the last step, we are looking at all the entered information, and if we find that, we accept it. And in this case, when it's accepted, the information is going directly to SAP. So it's inserted. Only the fields are supported by SAP functionality this time. So here we will have the more functionality, and we could generate the final report. We could see all the steps, or maybe even technical information, how long it took to take these steps, and so on. Yeah, that's it. That's for demo. And let's go to key takeaways. So when we're talking with clients, we're collecting all the use cases, because it's it's not just few use cases. And here is a top 3 use cases we see that are good or are very good for automation to start, to get the quick wins. And first of it is, of course, intelligent case management. That is something we showed you in the demo and the previous solution architecture examples. When we have some cases or issues we need to track with some business process, we need to provide alerts, we need to provide reminders, we need to provide approvals, and even conditional business process. It means that if the amount of the case is more than $10,000, then the business process should be different. So all these things should be managed automatically in a case management, intelligent case management system, and the users are just adding intelligence to the process on the right point in the process, and everything is stored in structured way, as you've seen in the demo application. So I always can go into application and see all the list according statuses, according responsible persons. So it gives me control over this case management. The second most popular use case we see is email and document classification. So it helps us to build models, machine learning models, that actually when there is an incoming document or incoming email, it could be automatically classified as a legal document for the person X, or it could be invoice from the vendor Y, etc. And by classification of this, we could route information to right direction immediately. And the third most popular use case is a customer information. It's a KYC process when we get information about our customers from different sources all the time. It could be sites, registers, documents, and so on. And we need to automatically extract the needed information and add to client information in CRM. So that is also very popular use case. Is there something else, Austris, worth to mention?
Yeah, I can maybe add on top that it's interesting how similarly with machine learning algorithms, we are using same algorithms across different business industries, different businesses, different industries. Also with automation use cases and automation technique, the same thing happen. And for instance, this information extraction and enrichment, it works both directions. You can use it to add a new information, or maybe for some regulatory or business reasons, you need to publish the information for external use, you need to publish your internal documents for external use. And then this same technique can be used for automatically anonymizing the content, and again, meeting the regulatory requirements on not releasing any personal data. So there are plenty of interesting cases to look at and try out.
Yeah, great example. Thank you. And all this, we are collecting over time, we are collecting all the use cases, and we are putting them together, as here in this page you see that we are classifying them in six categories, like KYC process, back office management, intelligent case management, document workflow management, and so on. So we are collecting these use cases, and for each use case, we are creating the separate description with the main idea, what it gives to you, what are the benefits, and what is the value for you as a company and for your customers, if it's influencing your customers. And one of the most popular questions when we are talking about automation use cases is actually what the effort is needed, what the budget is needed to implement automation. And for that reason, we are created the estimates for proof of concepts. So it's not a MVP or the live thing, as you see here, but it's a POC. But it gives you a understanding of what level of effort and investments you need to build the real thing for this use case. Like here, to build a POC for a conversational AI, the indirected chatbot. So it takes approximately 15 days and $24,000. So it helps you to understand more about SAP Cloud Platform capabilities, test out technology, and also we always look at the what kind of use cases could be done by using this approach.
Yeah, and just a reminder, SAP Cloud Platform is agile and incremental delivery friendly. And together with Emergn's product design mindset, we will help you to arrive to a usable proof of concept in a tangible time.
That's great. Thank you so much, Aldis and Ostris. A lot of great information. We'll open the floor now for any questions. So if you have anything you'd like to ask, please enter it into the Q&A box now. I did see one question come in earlier. In the process of building applications, what is the role of the business and what is the role of IT? So how do they collaborate?
Yeah, it's a very good question and actually a very important question, because usually all the IT design and implementation of IT systems lies on the IT shoulders, and it's very tricky to combine the business and IT. But in this case, because this development process is more standardized and it's actually very rapid, we see that business is responsible for understanding the need and defining the need, and participate very closely together with IT in a design, in a rapid design, when you could create the prototype very quickly, even without business logic behind it, that you at least see how this application will work. And then you could switch over to different services and build this together. So the business role is very important, and I think with the SAP Cloud Platform, business and IT could work together more closely, and using all advantages of the SAP Cloud Platform, build really what's necessary for business.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. And as you can see, we've left you on this last slide and would love to stay connected. So here you can follow us on all our social channels and connect on LinkedIn with Aldis and Ostris with their LinkedIn profiles there. You can reach out to them. We will be sending a recording of this webinar, but if anything comes up in the meantime, please definitely reach out to us. I would like to thank you to our presenters again, and thanks to all of you for joining, and hope everybody has a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.